Shalom!
Hola!
Welcome.
Guten Tag.
What?
Здравствуйте.
What is that?
Bonjour.
I don't know.
How about read?
All right. What are you doing?
I'm saying hello in different languages. That was 5 to be exact, but there are thousands of them. It's going to take me a long time to finish saying hello in all of them.
Oh,
Ni hao.
We don't have the time to say hello in all of them.
Why not?
Oh, we would never get anything done.
And that brings us to our story of the day. Gamarjoba! My name is Shoshana, and this is Samuel. Have you ever wondered why there are so many different languages in the world? Languages are the words and sounds that we speak. Where did they all come from?
Where we live in Israel, people speak many different languages. I only know a few of them.
Can you think of any other languages? There are even some languages that aren't spoken but are only written or signed. Maybe you speak a language that I haven't used yet.
Some people speak many different languages. In fact, there are so many languages it would be almost impossible for one person to speak all of them. You know, in the Torah, that's the first 5 books of the Bible, it says that at one point all of us used to speak one language.
Oh, ¿Cómo está? It's hard to imagine a world without lots of different languages. But just think of all the things people could do if we spoke one language.
And that's exactly where our story begins.
Oh, can we act it out?
We haven't practiced.
That's all right. We'll improvise. You narrate and I'll come in as different characters to help.
All right. Let's see how this goes. Our story begins just after the flood. You see, God protected Noah and his family, and 2 of every animal on a big boat during the flood. And then after he let them back out of the boat, after the flood was over, he gave them special instructions. Do you remember what they were?
Be fruitful and multiply. Spread out throughout the earth and fill it with more people.
Where are you?
Go fill the earth.
So, as they began to multiply, they began to travel, they began to migrate from the east to the west. And pretty soon they came to a plain called Shinar.
This is far enough. I'm tired. Let's stop here and rest.
We can rest for a bit, but then we better keep going.
Or we could all stay here. Look at how beautiful this place is. Why don't we build a big city right here for everyone to live in?
Well, some people can live here, but a lot of the other people better move on.
Listen, there's this great new invention, something called a brick. It's sturdy and you can build lots of houses with it really quick. Enough that people could live here without being overcrowded and they don't have to travel anymore.
It would be nice for everyone to be in the same place.
Right? And just think of it. If we all have to keep traveling, then people will be scattered and we won't invent things as fast. But if we stay here, who knows what we could build? With all of those bricks, we could build a giant tower that reaches up into the sky, and then we'll be famous.
Have you ever tried to build a tower? Maybe out of wood or bricks or that thing that you call Legos. Imagine a tower that's bigger than your house. Bigger than the tallest skyscraper.
So big you can't even see the top of it.
That's what the people of Shinar decided to build, so they got to work.
Pass me that brick, will you? Thanks. Just a million more to go. But luckily, with all these people here, building will be done in no time. Hey, why don't you pretend to help me build?
So one day, as the people were building, God himself came to see the tower that they were putting together. If they have begun to do this, as a big group with the same language, then nothing will be impossible for them. I made them in my image to reflect my glory throughout the whole world. But at this rate, they won't stop building the tower, and they won't spread out according to my instructions, unless I intervene. That is getting pretty tall.
Sure is. Before long, people from miles away will be able to see it. And then shapinga-la-hubada.
Oh, wait, what did you say?
Shapinga-la-hubada.
I don't understand you.
Ashubadai?
You're just babbling like a baby. I don't know what you mean. She just disappeared.
See, I have confused your language by making new ones so that people can't understand each other's speech.
God?
Yes, I have done this, and I took many of the people and scattered them throughout the earth myself.
Wow, that was confusing. She just kept babbling on and on.
I know! Why don't we call this place Babylon because of what happened here?
From that day on, people all over the earth spoke different languages. And the world was filled with us, God's image bearers.
So, what does that mean for us?
What?
Well, I mean, what do we learn about people or God from this story? It seems like no matter how powerful people become, God is still in control and will have his way.
That's true. You know, even though they kept building the tower, they still ended up scattered across the world. It would have been better and easier for them if they would have just listened the first time.
But, on the other hand, beauty did come out of the situation. With all the different languages, it's like a giant symphony of different sounds all over the world.
That's also true. That's also true. You know, that's how the Torah says that we all came to speak different languages.
I'm gonna go practice saying hello in more languages. Aloha! Charite!
Maybe you can go and try to say hello in different languages. But thank you for joining us, my friends. I hope you'll come back next week for another story time. Shalama!